Hi there. In the previous video we discussed why the phenomenon of foreign fighters is making headlines when we looked into the historical context, discovering that the phenomenon is actually not very new. In this video we want to look into the phenomenon of foreign fighters in Syria. Who are these people? Why did they go there? What are they doing out there? Well, according to a number of reports, their number is more than 10,000. The Sufan group in 2014 spoke of 12,000 foreign fighters. Well, I'm not sure about these numbers. They're estimates, and many say that in the summer of 2014 and the fall of 2014, these numbers have gone up. Well, here you have some other figures. 60 to 70% are believed to be from the Middle East, many from neighboring or nearby countries, and 20 to 25% are from Europe, other Western countries, and Russia. Well, Peter Neumann of the International Center for the Study of Radicalization in London in September 2014 talked about 3,000 people from Tunisia. That's the country that provides or where most foreign fighters are from. And then about between 1,200 to 2,500 are from Saudi Arabia, 1,500 from Morocco, 1,500 from Jordan, and then 700 from France, 500 from Britain, 400 from Germany, well, you can read it yourself, 300 from Belgium, 130 from the Netherlands, and about 100 from the United States. Well, add to that dozens from Australia, also countries like Philippines and Indonesia, making it a really worldwide phenomenon, and perhaps as many as 800 from Russia, mainly from the Caucasus region, Chechnya, and more than 150 from Scandinavian countries. Well, allow me to focus mainly on those that are from my part of the world, the European Union. We've done research into this phenomenon, so I can say a little bit more about these people than about foreign fighters in general. Well, what do we know? Well, they're mostly nationals from the EU countries, a few residents, a few refugees, but mostly nationals that are born and raised in these countries. So these are Britons, French, Danes. They are from these countries, born and raised in these countries. Many ethnic backgrounds, many from Morocco, Turkish background, Algerian background, and also relatively many converts. Some statistics from Germany speak of 14%. If I look into the numbers in my own country, that seems like a similar number. So 1 out of 7, maybe even more, are converts. They're mainly young men, but also women, a few older men, older persons, and according to Peter Neumann again, 10 of 20% of those who go to Syria are women. Why do they go? Why do people that were born and raised in European countries go to Syria? Well, one way to study it is by making a distinction between push and pull factors. Well, pull factors are factors that that explain why Syria is attracting these people, and the push factors are factors that might explain why people want to leave Europe for Syria. Let's first look at the pull factors. There are many different categories. The first category is doing something good, a purpose in life. Feeling responsible to protect poor people there that are being attacked by the Assad regime, children, women, etc. And many claim they are going there, especially when they return and the authorities ask them, what have you done there? Their answer is, I went there to help people, humanitarian aid. Well, some do, but we know that many of them are involved in the fighting. It's also been used as an excuse, as was used in the case of Afghanistan in the past. But many fight for what they believe is right, to help people. That brings me to a second category, the religious motivation. Some do so, and they just don't mention women and children, but they say, I do this to protect, and it's my duty, from a religious perspective, my duty to protect the Ummah, the community of believers, the women and children and others in Syria. Add to that the idea to be part of the establishment of an ideal state based on religion, under Sharia law, that is linked to the concept of a caliphate, a new large Islamic state for all Muslims that covers the entire Muslim world. Also, a religious motivation is to be part of a radical change in the Middle East. The prophecy that now it's the end of the old times and the beginning of something new, an ideal new world under the black banner as used by groups like Islamic State. So the prophecy is also a pull factor. Then a third category of factors, of reasons why people are attracted to join the fight in Syria, and that's comradeship, group processes. And in week 2 we discussed that, the social psychological approach, and we referred to an article by Max Abrams, What Terrorists Really Want. And he discovered that this comradeship is very important as well. Well, we also see that in the case of Syria and those that go to Syria. And then the violence, thrill and adventure as such is also a pull factor. Some people want to experience something exciting and they even go there because of the killing. And then a final explanation of pull factor is the possibility, if you believe in this, to go to paradise, to die as a martyr. Well, then the push factors. We came across a number of these push factors while doing research on Dutch cases, people who went to Syria, together with my colleague Daan Weggemans and Peter Grol. It's recommended reading. I suggest that you read this. It gives you some concrete examples of life stories of those people that went to Syria. And while studying this, we discovered that many had personal problems, failures in life, traumatic experiences, as well as trouble with the authorities, trouble at school. And from literature, we know that also socio-economic and social-political situations or social-political climate has been mentioned as a possible explanation why people leave European countries. And they don't feel at home, don't see any opportunity there, feel discriminated, marginalized. That might be another push factor why people go to Syria. In our research we found little evidence of that, and apparently we need to do much more research into these factors that might help us explain why people go to places like Syria. To sum up, in this video we looked into the phenomenon of foreign fighters in Syria, and we saw that they are from different countries and that there's no archetype foreign fighter. They have different backgrounds and they go there for different motivations. In the next video we'll look into the different groups that are active in Syria.